Ladouceur, his team has had incredible success. Listen to this stat: 399 wins against only 25 losses.
I think that's a typo.
You think it's a typo?
Yeah, it can't be.
From 1992 to 2003, this team won every game. That would have gotten me halfway through high school. Over 151 straight. Overall, Coach Ladd's team had 20 unbeaten seasons.
That it is not about the numbers. He saw his role as a molder of young men, a number of whom made it to the NFL. And now, Coach Ladd's amazing story and true story will hit the big screen this fall in a movie called When the Game Stands Tall. He really is none other than Jim Caviezel, who stars now in the CBS hit series Personal Interest. And before that, he had a brief walk-on role in a small movie you may have heard of, playing Jesus, I believe, in the Passion of the Christ. Wow.
Coach Ladd and Jim are here with us this morning, and they're going to be joined by former Ladouceur and former Giant star, Mr. Amani Toomer. So, gentlemen, would you please join us in the room?
Step up. Don't be shy. All right, Coach, first of all, what has it been like to see your story turned into a feature film?
Strange. I mean, who had ever thought, or I've never thought something like this would never happen. But
Did you know you'd be played by a pretty boy?
I've watched Jim act. He's an incredible actor, and when I mentioned, people ask me who's playing you in this movie, and especially the females, I say, well, it's Jim Caviezel, and they're like, wow, he's yummy. I get that going for me, and look at him, he is yummy.
You know he was not the first choice in training at Ernie Board night, but he got it. That's true.
Jim, tell us, what was it about this character that really made you want to play it?
My senior year in high school, we were playing the #1 team in the state, and we weren't supposed to have them as a draw, but we won. We got lucky in this game, and we ended up playing them, and it was kind of like, well, I guess our season's over, and they happened to be a Saturday afternoon. There was a movie, Hoosiers, that was out with us, and we watched it. It was really, just hard. For me, it's really how a movie can change your whole attitude. And I fouled out in the last 3 minutes of the game. I started point guard on our team. We were down 5, and they hung together, and we pulled off a victory.
Now, I will tell you, Jim, we're not supposed to give the mic to our guests, but for Christ's sake. What did you learn about it? And I will relinquish the mic this week.
I learned about it. Well,
Only the good stuff.
yeah. Like that movie, I always knew that if I could have find a movie like Hoosiers, something like that would, I felt that could help young people, or anybody for that matter, but a sport and something that had a great substance to it. My dad played for Coach Wood at UCLA, and he was a great influence on my father also on me growing up, working at his camps all the time. And I think it was a combination of Hoosiers, a great script, and David Zelon, where are you? Please stand up. This is our producer. Without him, we don't get this movie. David Zelon actually took me to their state championship game where they just brutally annihilated the other team, but in good sportsmanship. And but it was his last game.
Toomer, can you share with us, I mean, you had an outstanding career for the New York Giants, obviously. What did you learn from this man, and how was he impactful and influenced on your career?
Well, the major thing that he taught us growing up and when I was in high school was just to sacrifice. And if you wanted something, work hard for it. And a lot of people would have wondered, what's the secret to De La Salle? Why are you guys so good? And it started in the summertime. We practiced. On Saturday mornings, we'd all go and we'd be working out when other teams weren't even thinking about football. And we just made it more of an important part of our lives and other people's lives. So then in the games, when they were close, we had more invested. So we never gave up, and other teams would give up. And I think that's one of the things that I learned from him is really, if you want something, and if you believe that you can do something, pull out all the stops and work hard at it, and you'll accomplish whatever you want to achieve.
And you carry that with you today?
I definitely carry it with me today. I carry it with me with the Giants. There was a time when I first started with the Giants, things weren't going great. I was let's just say I didn't play that much early on. I was a high-round draft pick, but some of the lessons that I learned on how to work hard, how to sacrifice to get to where I wanted to be, it helped me to become the player that I was, holding some records with the Giants.
Congratulations, great.
What's something people will take away from this film? What would you say is the message of the story?
There was a lot of footage I watched on the team. There was a lot of footage I watched on Bob and Terry, his assistant. 5 words that he said, I would sum it up. You can depend on me. And athletes in action, really have action. You have to be dependent. And that means good fathers, good husbands, good people in the community, people that say what they mean. What a man does in private is who he really is.
Thank you.
Coach Jim, 30, 40 years.
When the Game Stands Tall, that's the name of the movie. It opens in theaters August 22nd. However, you get to see it before then if you like. Although make sure you go to see it in August. But if you don't want to wait till August, we got a special treat for you. Sony Pictures is hosting a special event screening the movie immediately following this breakfast next door at the Regal Cinemas. So if you'd like to go this morning, each of you find a ticket at your place setting that provide exclusive entry to this screening for you as a Super Bowl breakfast attendee. That's Regal Cinemas, 247 West 42nd Street, 10:30 this morning. All right, our next guest certainly knows